Good morning. Here we are in an empty studio with lots of parking in front, but welcome to Grace Yoga and a nice gentle practice this morning. I'm Dana, for those of you who are new to this streaming site. I also managed to get something up on YouTube for those of you that want to look later. It was a major feat for someone like me, but it's great. It's been a really good learning experience. So welcome to April. I will not be doing any April Fool's jokes this morning. So just get yourself settled into your seat as you usually would, right? The shoulders go back, the head comes up. Take a nice big breath in and let it out. And then do that one more time. Full big breath, exhale it out. And then just gently close your eyes and settle in and connect with your breath. Just let it be a moment of breathing in and out. And then just begin to deepen your breath a bit. A 3-part breath, a yogic breath. You can choose what you want to, how you want to describe it. But if you exhale all the way, just keep exhaling, pull your belly back against your spine and just push until you expel all the air. As you fill up, let your breath go all the way deep in your lungs. You'll feel your belly rise. Take that breath into your chest, let your chest rise. And then exhale it all the way out. Let the chest deflate, your belly deflates, pull it back, expel the air. And then as you move through those motions, see if you can make it more smooth and create that subtle, beautiful, deep yogic, centering breath. Do a couple more of those. At this point, you can take a moment to set an intention for your practice, and then just begin to notice a little bit more than your breath. Feel your feet sink into the floor, the sides of your legs, your seat. Just breathing in and out for 2 more yogic breaths. As you open your eyes, just come into a nice big stretch again so that you're nice and tall. So maybe even push on your legs and lift up a little bit. Get your spine long. And then just take your right hand up and take a full breath in. Inhale and stretch it, and then exhale over. As you exhale over, lift and stretch through your fingertips on the inhale. As you exhale, you can stretch down a little bit more. We're going to pause right there and just hold the side body open, and then do it again. Inhale, reach again. Exhale, take it down a little bit more. 1 more of those. So pause here, and then nice big breath in. Exhale, you're going to go down a little further. Keep that side body straight from fingertips to the floor. And then come all the way back up. Reach through the ceiling, or towards the ceiling, through the stretch. The other hand comes up. So as you reach up through your left hand, exhale over. And same thing. Reach, reach, reach. Exhale, take it down a little bit more. And 1 more time. As you reach, you lengthen and then float it down. Open the side body. Pause for a second here. And then your breath will let you do a little bit more. As you inhale and lengthen, that exhale just softens your body and lets you go a little further. Again, reach up and come all the way up. We're going to do the exact same thing again with a little variation. So inhale, reach up, exhale over, and then roll your shoulder away from the top of the mat. Look up at your hand, breathe in, and exhale. You have two more here. Inhale, exhale, stretch. Last time, breath in, breath out. And all the way up, last one. Bringing your left hand up, exhale over, roll your shoulder back, gaze up, breathe in, exhale. Last time. And all the way back up, a nice wide stretch through your arms. Keep your arms as wide open as you can. Take a full breath in and bring your right hand to your left knee and exhale. And then push your left hand into the floor so you can stretch up tall. Breathe in, a full breath. Twist deeper, exhale. You're going to do that one more time, pressing into the floor so you're long. Breath in, twist deeper, exhale. And then the same thing on the other side. As you reach out, take a big breath in, and then take your left hand to your right knee. Exhale it all out and repeat. Press your right hand in and lengthen. Breath in, twist, let it all out. One more of those. And then all the way back to the center, lift up and straighten, breathe in, and exhale forward. Bring your whole body forward and then your hands in front of you. As you bring your hands in front of you, lengthen your spine. Take a big breath in and then walk your hands forward a little bit. See if you can keep your back long and straight. Right? So avoid rounding down. Lift through the crown, bring your chin out towards your hands. The stretch should be deep in your hips and not so much in your back. Take one more breath and fold just a little deeper. Walking your hands back, switch the fold of your legs. Whatever was in front is going to come in the back. You're going to do the same thing again. Press up, breathe in, fold, walk your hands out. Last breath. Walking your hands back, tucking your feet underneath so that you can come up on all fours, right? As you come into a tabletop here, press your hands into the floor and then do it again. So as you press your hands, your arms get strong. You're going to shift your shoulder blades down your back a little bit. Align your arms so your wrists, elbows, and shoulders are aligned, belly's lifted, and then lengthen your back. Just scoot your hips back, bring your crown forward, and just pause for a breath in that nice stretched out tabletop. And then start your cat-cow. As you inhale, a full inhale, your head comes up and your hips come up, the belly releases and drops. Exhale, come the other way. Tighten up the abs, pull them up towards your spine, spine towards the ceiling, round down, or round up, look back at your legs, stretch. Now, the rest of them are at your own pace. Inhaling into a cow, exhaling into a cat. Bring yourself back into a tabletop so that you readjust it and make it strong again. And then take a nice big breath in. Look over your left shoulder at your left foot and extend the right side of your rib cage way out to the side. And then come on back, take a breath in. You're gonna look over your right shoulder, extend the left side of your ribs way out. The hips stay over your knees. It's just the ribs, just the side body. So flat back, breath in, look left. Come on back, breath in, look right, stretch left. Back again. Pause in tabletop and then work your hips. Bring your hips down towards your heels, up to the right, forward, over to the left, and back down. And as you continue into these hip circles, you're going to think about your breath. Inhaling as you come up, exhaling as you come down. Just coordinating the movement with your breath, and just let your thoughts sink in for a minute. Just be on your mat for 2 more circles. And then the next time you come to your heels, reverse the circle, go the opposite direction. And once again, think about your breath, coordinating with the movement. Last time around, as you come all the way down to your heels, just take your knees wide and then drop your hips onto your heels, toes touch. You extend the spine and bring your head down. Bring your head down to stacked hands or a block or a book if they don't reach the floor. If they reach the floor, just lengthen again. Keep your third eye, the middle of your forehead, just touching. And now do your yogic breath again. Just 2 or 3 big, deep breaths with a full exhale. Making your way right back up to your tabletop. As you get here, strengthen it again. We're going to do 1 more stretch before we go up. I want you to take your right knee up off the floor. So you're going to bring that weight onto your left knee and then curl your toes under, right? And just rock back and forth on your toes. Stretch the foot a little bit. Then keeping your toes curled under, keeping your knee right underneath your hip, press back. Press the heel back so you feel the bottom of your foot stretch. Push the floor away so you keep strength in your arms. Press, press, press. And then you're going to take it all the way back. As you take it back, press the heel back and feel your legs stretch. The calf is going to stretch out. Drop your left hip so it's even with your right. Push the floor away, stretch. And now bring that right leg over to the left side of your body. Look over your left shoulder and stretch. As you begin to stretch here, you're going to take your right hip out, shoulders around, and just make a big C with your body. Stretch out the whole side. Make your way back, tabletop, and we'll do the other side. So now you're going to start with your left foot, toes curled under, and just rock back and forth. And then keeping the toes curled under, press the heel back, stretch the bottom. It's that fascia at the bottom of your foot, just getting a good stretch. Reaching the foot all the way back, curl the toes under, press to the heel, stretch the calf open. Remember, the hips are straight, the arms are strong. Really stretch it back. And then we'll stretch the side body this way. So taking your left foot over, look over your right shoulder at your left foot and extend the right side of your body into a C. Stretch it out. Take a nice big breath and deepen that stretch a little bit. And then come on back. Bring your knees underneath. And we're going to come into a downward facing dog from here. So curling your toes under, lifting from the belly, pull the belly towards the ceiling and come on up. Remember that you want to push into your hands so that your head is pretty much between your arms, and then take a couple of good stretches through the backs of your legs. So one heel goes down and the other heel goes down. Pushing away again, drop both heels to the floor, lift your sits bones towards the ceiling, take a deeper stretch down the backs of your legs, hips to heels. Last breath. Moving yourself right back down into a tabletop, widen your knees again, we'll come into a wide-legged child's pose. As you come into this one, once again, drop your hips to your heels or as close as they can, toes to touch. Hands come forward and head is still on the floor. Each time you take an inhale, walk your fingers forward. Each time you take an exhale, press your hips back. So do that 2 more times. Inhale, walk your fingers forward. Exhale, shift your hips back and down. Lengthen your spine as much as you can. Lift your head for a moment, walk your hands over to the right. Take a big stretch, drop your head back, and then work that left hand forward and your left hip back a little bit to stretch out your side body. Press your left shin into the floor, reach back with your left hip. One more stretch on that side. Coming back to the center, you'll do the same thing. Inhale, walk your fingers forward. Exhale, shift your hips back and down. Lifting up, walking to the right. Sorry, the left. As you walk over to the left, same thing. Drop your head back between your arms and just work that right side of your body. Press the top of your foot, your shin in, and then reach back with your hip and reach forward with your hand. Take a big stretch in the right side of your body. Moving back to center, one more long stretch. Walk your fingers forward, shift your hips back. And then bring your hands into prayer position. Bring your hands up over your head as you begin to walk your elbows forward. Your forehead still comes back down. Coming back up to tabletop. Curl your toes under, downward facing dog. Pause in that down dog for another good stretch. Heels down, hips up. Arms are long and strong, belly's lifted. And then walking your feet towards your hands and coming into a forward fold. This first forward fold is soft. Bend your knees a little bit, round your back a little bit, release your arms and shoulders and then your head. Just hang there for a second. Deepen the knee bend, put your hands on your thighs and press yourself up. As you come all the way to standing, look down at your feet and align them into your Tadasana feet. So about a fist width apart, nice and parallel. And then we're gonna just sink into the practice a little bit more. I'm gonna teach the class the same as I have been, with the assumption that we're not moving as much, so we have some tight hips. We need to work on that, and we just need to feel really grounded and steady in this crazy time we're in. So let's start with just feeling that sensation of Tadasana by lifting your toes and lifting your heels and sinking your feet back into the floor. Really press all the surface area you can into your mat. And when you feel that sensation of gravity pulling you down, you're gonna lift right back out of it. So the soles stay connected, and then just close your eyes and let your body or your mind just follow every part of your body up. So just think about your ankles and your calves. As you soften your knees so they're not locked, you move up to your hamstrings and quads. Lift through the spine, tighten your belly a little bit, roll your shoulders back, release your hands, make them soft. Bring your crown up just a little bit. Pause here for a full yogic breath. So sink it all the way down, feel the breath touch the bottom of your lungs. Exhale it all the way out. Remember you set an intention. Just recall that right now. Bring your hands to your heart and open your eyes. 3 half sun salutations. We'll start with just a nice big round reach. Inhale, inhale, inhale. And then as you come down, your hands press together. They come all the way down the mid section of your body, all the way to the floor. Inhale, come up to halfway. Scoot your hips back, crown forward. Now lift your belly and stretch. Exhale, come back to the floor. Inhale, bring your hands wide and come all the way up. Lift up. Exhale to your heart. And again, inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bring yourself halfway up. Scoot your hips back, crown forward. Your gaze is at the floor. Exhale all the way back down. Inhale all the way up. Nice big stretch in your hands. Lift your fingertips to the ceiling. Exhale to your heart. We've got one more of those. Inhale, reach up. Exhale. Inhale to half. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up. Stretch up. Exhale to your heart. And then we're just going to go to the arms from here. So bring your hands out. Goddess arms. Elbows up. Upper arms parallel to the floor. Feet still in Tadasana. Take a nice big breath in. Reach back. As you reach back with your elbows, right, they're going to come back behind your body a little bit so that you bring in your shoulder blades together. And then as you come out of that, you're going to bring one hand under the other. So in this case, I'm going to bring my left hand under, cross at the elbows, back into a goddess, or eagle arms, right? Some of you are not going to be able to wrap like that. You can just keep your hands on your shoulders. Otherwise, I want you to just bring your elbows out towards the top of your mat and bring your hands up towards the ceiling. Get a little stretch through your back. Bring them back down and switch your grip. So in this case, the left hand's going to come on top. Same thing, get the deepest twist you can in those arms. Bring your elbows towards the top of your mat and up a little bit. And down. And back to goddess. Take a big breath in and bring them back a little bit. Tighten your belly while you're here. And then let's just come forward and make a square. As you grab opposite elbows, your arms are still your upper arms are still parallel to the floor. You pull your elbows towards each other and back. As you pull them back, you tighten up this space under your arms. So take another breath, pull the square tighter, pull it back, and now just pull your belly in so that you have a isometric pull in your abs, serratus anterior, maybe down into your obliques, right? The whole center of your body. And then release that, just switch your grip. So the opposite way with your hands. We'll do the same thing. Pull your elbows together, pull your arms back, pull your belly in, and stay for 2 breaths. Pull harder, tighten, and release. Take your hands up over your head so you can get a good stretch. Exhale to your heart. Take your step towards the top of your mat, and we'll go right into the warrior series. So start by taking your right leg back. As you take your right leg back, the foot is going to be parallel to the back of the mat. Walk your left foot forward and turn your toes out, just like the space of, or the width of your big toe. Just move it out. And then as you sink in, bring that knee out a little further. Make sure you feel the opening in your hip, and then press your right foot in. Press hard. And then lift your body to a straight position. So you can bring your hands up over your head till you get both sides of your body even and straight. And then take a full breath in. Exhale your hands down. Take your gaze over your left middle finger. Breathe in and breathe out. Now take this next breath and breathe a nice big deep breath. Feel it move all the way to the bottom of your lungs, and exhale to the count of 8. The next inhale is an exalted warrior. Left hand up, right hand down. Same thing here. Your focus is on the opening of your rib cage on that left side. So inhale, reach up. As you exhale, take your hand back a little further, open a little deeper. You've got one more. Breath in, exhale. Back to warrior 2. Sink down, take one more breath here. Bring your hands to your hips. Straighten that left knee. Bring both feet forward. We'll just take a nice, easy forward fold. Think about putting your hands on your hips and kind of lifting your hip bones up off the femur. Extend your body as far forward as you can. So there's space in that hip joint to let you fold a little deeper. Hands are going to go to the floor, or blocks, or books, or a chair. Find what you can do, and then do what you can to extend your back really long. Press your hips back, crown forward, hands are right underneath your shoulders. As you pause here, press the floor away, scoot back one more time with the hips, and then breathe into your back body. Feel the breath. Inhale, inhale, fill, and your back lifts up towards the ceiling. Exhale all the way to empty, and then do that again. Now, walk your hands out in front of you a little bit and shift your hips back. Drop your head between your arms and lengthen your spine. So you should feel a long spine and some good stretch in your hamstring. The backs of your arms are strong and long. Oh, stretch them out. One more big breath. Shift back. Reach forward. Bring your hands back, walk them back, keep them right under your shoulders again. We're going to add that little space back to your hip joint. So hips go back, crown goes forward, breath in, and then bring the crown of your head towards the floor. Some of you are on your way to putting your head on the floor, others not so much. But the idea is that you make the space in your hips, lengthen your spine, and fold as deep as you can. Some options are to open up the space between your legs a little bit, so walk your feet out. Again, the length of your spine makes a difference. You can also stack something under your head. Maybe you have a big book. Those encyclopedias that you've been sitting around for a while.
You can use something like that under your head to put some pressure on the crown of your head as you bring your head towards the floor. Pressing up. If you've opened your feet a little bit, heel toe back in. Bend your knees, put your hands on your thighs, and press up. Take a little shoulder roll here and bring your feet together. As you get yourself back into Tadasana, we'll just work that grounding sensation one more time with the feet sinking in and the sensation of lightness coming up through your body. Another breath. Relax your arms and hands, close your eyes, breathe for a moment. Take one little moment here to recall your intention, and then we'll balance. We'll take a little tree, starting here on the left foot. Once you get your left foot secure on the floor and your knee soft, right? Unlock that knee, bring your right leg up and take some turns. Just warming up the hip, and then it comes up, it externally rotates, and comes to the space on your leg that works best for you. It can come all the way up on your thigh. You have to go, the next spot is below your knee, so skip your knee. If you put your foot on that calf, you've got a nice little shelf for your heel. And the other option is to take it to the floor, right? Put your toes on the floor and your heel right on your left ankle. Bring your hands to your heart and then just notice your body. The hips are even side to side and front to back. Right? So if you've opened this hip, or if you open your knee too far and your hips twist, bring it back so that you're square to the top of your mat. Bring your hands to your heart. Lift up and tighten your belly a little bit, and your standing leg, your left leg, that's going to tighten from the hamstring up through the glute, and there you are. Looking out at a spot across the room so that you can focus, or maybe just the top of your mat. Your drishti is just going to be all that you look at for the next 2 minutes. Because you're going to pause here for a second and just breathe. Looking for that steadiness and ease. Steadiness in the pose and ease in the breath. You think about the breath. And those of you that have found that steadiness, you can bring your hands up if you want. And as you bring your hands up, you're going to shift your shoulders down a little bit so that you get those shoulder blades down your back. Readjust the abs a little tighter, the glutes a little tighter. Keep your eye on your spot. Take 2 more breaths. Bring your hands to your heart. Pause. Bring your knee forward. Bring your foot to the floor. Pause in Tadasana. Bring your weight to the right foot. Bring your leg up and out. Take your circles, just warming up that hip joint. You can go both ways. And then it opens and it finds the spot that works for you. A little kickstand with your toes on the floor, heel up, your calf, or you can take it all the way up. That's your choice. Just be careful not to push on your knee. Another reminder. Hands to your heart. Belly's tight. Standing leg, your right leg, tighten up that glute. Keep your eyes steady and strong on your spot. Take 2 breaths here. And then you can leave your hands right at your heart, or you can take them up. If you take them up, you're going to reach up and then shift the shoulder blades down. And be. Just be in that strong tree.
And then bring your hands back to your heart. Bring your knee forward. Tadasana. One more breath. And then you're going to take a nice wide stance so we can do the warrior on the other side. So this time your left foot's going to come back and be parallel to the back of the mat. The right foot's going to open that just a little bit of a toe width and dropping in so that you feel both hips open. Opening by bringing that right leg out and pressing through the left foot. Bring your hips down. Nice straight body. Lift up and take a breath. Just open up. And then exhale into your warrior. Gazing now over the right middle finger for 2 breaths. Let's do one more breath here where you inhale, a nice full yogic breath, and exhale to the count of 8. Keep yourself sinking in to that warrior. Exhale all the way out. And then right hand up, left hand down. Breathe into that rib cage. And come on back down. Breathe here. And bring your hands to your hips. Straighten your knee. One more forward fold. We'll just take this one in an easy way. As you do the same thing though, the feet go wide, the hips come up a little bit, the body lengthens, the hands go down so that you can press into the floor and adjust that. Get your hips back and your crown forward. Now just cross your arms, take a nice big breath and release down as far down as your body wants to go. Hands under your shoulders, lift to a long spine, stretch, heel toe in, bend your knees, put your hands on your thighs, come on up. Take a little shoulder roll and bring your feet together. Just breathe for a moment. And then a nice, easy balance posture. So some of you might want to step off your mat. The floor underneath you depends on what you're practicing on. So on your mat or off your mat, we're going to just bring your hands to your heart, bring your eyes back to your drishti, to your spot, and just rock up on your toes. As you rock up on your toes, it's just a thoughtful moment here to bring your hands to your heart, your eyes to the drishti, lift up a little bit more, tighten both glutes, tighten up through the abdominals, and take 2 breaths. The heels come back down to the floor, and the hands go up over your head. As you bring your fingertips towards the ceiling, eyes back to the drishti, rock up on your toes with your hands up this time. Glutes and abs need to hold you there, along with your drishti. Focus for one more breath. Bring your hands to your heart and your heels to the floor. We're going to do one more. This time you're going to come up onto your toes as you bring your hands down. So bring your hands down, take a nice big stretch up as you come up onto your toes, and then just pause again. Align the arms, tighten the belly, the glutes, lift a little higher on your toes, and take 2 more breaths. Hands to your heart, heels to the floor, Tadasana for a breath.
Staying in the center of your mat with your face to the side of your mat, right? We're gonna come down onto your knees. So just bring yourself down, come down onto the knees, and then up. As you come up, take your shoulders up and back and down, just get those really stretched out for a second, and then take your right leg out to the side. So your weight's on that left knee. Bring your hands up over your head. A little gate pose, but we'll add some stretches here. So bring your hands up and get your body strong. You're gonna need some tight abs as you open up your arms and bring your left hand down, right hand up. Really open so your hands are opposite one another. Press through your foot and lengthen your body. One more breath, and then lift up through that right hand, come all the way up. You're going to go the opposite direction. You can look up at that hand, you can look out at a drishti, open your arms, take a good stretch, and right back to the center. Both knees underneath, and switch sides. Rock onto the right knee, bring your left leg out. Reach open and tip. Coming over to the right, open your arms, look up, stretch out here. Bring your crown forward, press that left foot in. And up. And the other way. Coming over, the hand comes to the floor. The right hand stretches up. Crown reaches over, open that side body a little bit and stretch here. One more breath, reach in all directions and then come back up. Both knees underneath. Turn towards the top of your mat. Take your knees out wide, bring your toes to touch, drop yourself right back into a child's pose. Bring your head to the floor and take some yogic breaths. Come up to table, so hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Strengthen up that little tabletop so we can do some core here, your favorite. As you press your hands in, scoot your hips back, crown forward, lift your belly towards the spine towards the ceiling. Really get a nice long straight back. And then reach out with your left hand. It should go right along your ear. Bring your right leg back and press it back straight. So it's not up, it's not down, it's right behind you. As you lengthen it out, the one way you can see, if you want to know where it is, look underneath, you should see your foot. Keep that stretch long. Reach your fingertips forward, press your heel back, even out your hips and take a big stretch. And then let's switch. Right and left hand comes down. We'll do the right hand out and the left foot back. Just stretch it back again. Reach through your fingertips, press through your heel. So your back foot's flexed. You're reaching back with the heel. And then come on back. Going back to the left hand out, right leg back. Stretch and take an inhale. As you exhale, bring your right elbow to your right thigh. Bring your left knee to your left elbow. Take your belly up towards your spine. Squeeze those abs nice and tight. And then do it again. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, come on back. You're going to inhale to full as you stretch open.
And exhale to empty as you bring your elbow and knee in. Let's do that one more time on this side. Breath in. Exhale. All the way to empty. Tighten your belly really nice and tight. And then inhale, take it out. Exhale your hand and your knee to the floor. And we're going to do the other side. The right hand comes out. The left leg goes back. Stretch long and inhale. Exhale the right elbow to the right thigh. Left knee to left elbow, belly to spine. And again, inhale, stretch. Exhale, slow and deliberate, squeezing the belly tight all the way, breath to empty. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale. Exhale, tighten it up, all the way, all the way, all the way. Hold it for a second. Inhale it out. Exhale your hand and your knee to the floor. There you are in your tabletop. We're going to walk your feet or your knees back, feet and knees. Come all the way forward on your belly. Bring your hands underneath and your elbows underneath your shoulders so that you can use, so we can do a little Sphinx here. So spread your hands wide, press your forearms into the floor, and then widen your feet just a little bit. As you take your feet out towards the edge of the mat, you just have a little extra room in your sacrum to come up. So press down on that, pull your body forward a little bit, lift your head up. See if you can relax the lower body, relax your glutes a little bit and your legs, and take another breath, lifting the crown up just a little more. One more breath here. And then bring your elbows in a little bit. Bring your hands to clasp. Bring your feet back in so that your legs are right behind you. And we'll take a low plank. So if you just press onto those forearms and lift into a plank, you can either stay there or bring your knees down. Either way, you're going to use that upper body strength through your shoulders and arms and lift and lengthen and tighten up that belly. So either way, see if you can just feel that work for you. Oh. One more breath. And then bring your knees down, walk your knees forward, take your knees out to the side, bring your toes to touch, child's pose. Let's take 2 more breaths and a nice long spine, head to the floor. Bringing your hands underneath your shoulders, sliding all the way up and swinging your feet in front of you. Dandasana. Extend your feet long. Rock your hips down, feel your sits bones connect, and then use your arms to straighten your body. Breathe in and breathe out. One more big breath in, slow breath out. Let's take a little moment to stretch here. So if you've come up with a strap or you have a strap at home, by all means use it. If you don't have one, we'll just work without. You're going to just lift up and lengthen, keeping your gaze right towards your feet and walk your hands down your legs. When you come to your first point of resistance, pause. Lift up and lengthen, breath in, walk down a little further. Find that second point of resistance. You can now bring your toes back towards you a little bit to deepen that stretch. So lift up through the crown, fold a little deeper. Oh, just feel that stretch in the backs of your legs. We have one more breath in this stretch. So lifting the back long. So crown comes up, breath in, exhale slowly, bringing your head up towards those toes, right? Nose to toes. Pause for one more breath here. Slowly walk your hands back. Take your left leg out to the edge of the mat, just beyond the edge, and bring your right leg in. Bring your right hip forward and your left hip back just a little, so you're really on an angle towards your left leg. We'll do the same exercise. Just press up and get long. Fold down until you feel the stretch. Pause there. And then you're going to do it again. You're going to lift up through your spine. Breathe in. Bring your chin out towards the top of your foot. Lead with your heart. You know that they all mean the same thing. You're not rounding your back. The second breath in, as you exhale, bring your toes back so you get a deeper stretch. And one more breath. Nice long spine. Breath in. Fold deeper. Walking up, bringing your feet back to Dandasana. Press up and straighten it out. And then you're going to bring both legs out so you're in a nice wide stretch this way. Push your hands, maybe just even with your fists, push up so you get your sits bones on the floor. Walk your heels forward, open your legs a little wider. Same, lift up through your spine. Pull your belly back, take your chest forward. So you're really working on that flat back. You're not rounding into this. You're lifting up and folding at the hips. Second breath in is going to lengthen and fold a little deeper. One more. Lift and lengthen through your head. Take a nice big breath in. Deepen, 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 deepen. Hold that for a breath. And then walk your hands back. Ooh. Dandasana to transition. So release those hips a little bit. Then you're going to take your right leg out to the edge of the mat and bring your left leg in. And the same adjustment with your hips. So this right hip's going to go back a little bit. Your left hip's going to go forward. And you're going to lift up and bring your head out towards this foot. Keeping the back long and straight. Lifting up, exhaling down, and this time the toes come back. So you get a really deep stretch. You should feel it all the way up the back of your leg. On this last one, see what it does to really pull your belly back towards your spine. So as you lift up through your head and get ready to fold, pull back and fold. Let your torso come onto your thigh. Head out, reaching out. Hold for a breath. Walk your hands back. Transition one more time with the Dandasana just to get your hips back where they go and lifting up. And then slide your feet in so that the soles of your feet are together, right? Little stretch here. Lift and lengthen through the spine. Feel your sits bones on the floor. Then press the soles of your feet together. Press hard so that you notice your belly tighten. As your lower abs begin to tighten up as you press, then you're ready to take a big breath in and release your knees down towards the floor. Thinking your Tripudi, right? Your body, breath, and mind, your body, breath, and concentration together. Maybe even close your eyes here. Use your breath. Take a full breath in. Exhale slowly. Let your mind wander towards the inner thighs and just release a little more. And then bring your knees up. Bring your knees up gently. Extend your feet in front of you to release your hips one more time here. And then let's come onto your backs. So the first thing I want you to do on your back is release your hips a little bit more with the figure 4. So let's take your foot on top of your leg, right? So I've got my left foot on my right thigh. Bring both hands in between your legs and around the outside, and then pull back. Take a big breath in, pull back on that right knee until your left hip stretches out. Each subsequent breath on the exhale can take it back just a little bit more. And then you have the opportunity to deepen it even more by bringing this right knee out towards the right edge of your mat. You can bring your foot down a little further and take that knee out a little further and just notice how deep a stretch you get in your hips. Well, one hip. Take last breath here. And switch legs. So your right knee is going to come on your left leg. You're going to reach around that leg and pull in. So you don't want to grab your shin because you're going to have some pull too hard on your knee. So your arms go through so you get your thigh. Pull back and just let the right hip stretch. Way deep. You're going to feel it in your piriform as if you pull back. And then take one more breath, pull back a little bit more. And then you have the option of deepening that, the foot down further or the knee out to the left. Left knee out to the left. So you're really reaching away from that stretch, deepening it for one more breath. And then release. Let's bring both knees to your chest for a good squeeze. Both feet to the floor and widen them to the edges of your mat. So your feet are on the outside edge of the mat. Take a big breath in, drop both knees to the right. Notice the psoas, your top of your quad and into your hip. That's what you want to stretch. So take a breath in, push those knees down a little further, bring your left hip a little bit up off the floor so you feel the stretch deep in the psoas. And then let's go the opposite direction. Feet stay wide. Take breath in, exhale, both knees over to the left. Start to feel the stretch. Lift your right hip up off the floor a little bit and deepen that stretch all the way down from the hip through the top of the thigh. And back up. We're going to do the same thing again. Both knees go to the right. Left hip reaches up. And back. Last time. Knees to the left. Stretch, and then deepen it by lifting your hip a little bit. Come on back. Bring your knees up to your chest. Rock back and forth and get your back even and relaxed on the floor. And then when you've got that, both arms reach around until you can grab opposite elbows. Keep your head down, keep your back flat. Take a big squeeze down with those legs. Keep your arms wrapped around your left knee. Extend your right leg all the way to the floor. Walk your hands down towards your ankle. Pull that leg down so you get a good massage on this side of your internal body, right? The whole right side of your abs or your abdomen is getting stretched or squished. And switch legs. Extend the left leg, bring the right leg up, walk your hands down towards the ankles, squeeze down. And both knees up. One more time with the rock and roll. Feet to the floor. Walk those feet back towards your heels a little bit and bring your hands down to the sides of your mat. So bridge. We're going to work our way into a little bridge work. You're going to lift your hips up as you bring your hands up over your head. Stretch up and lengthen, and then exhale down. So we're going to do it easy and slow, but with your breath. Inhale, lift your hips, lift your hands. Exhale, come on down. And inhale up. And exhale down. You can do a couple more of those, or if you prefer, just come up and stay up, right? Bringing your hands behind your back, under your hips, and lift up and come into a full bridge. Either way, we're done now with the bridge, bringing your hips back down to the floor. Knees up for one more squeeze this way. And then let's take one more stretch. So put your right foot on the floor, bring your left foot to the ceiling, bring your left knee down towards your right shoulder, or scoot it out so that you can grab the foot or the ankle. Just bringing that knee down, foot stays parallel to the ceiling, shins perpendicular, and you just keep reaching the knee down towards your shoulder or the floor. Wrap this left hand around the leg, and you can pull down a little bit more. You can do what you want with this leg. The right leg can extend long or bend if you need it to. And now let's switch legs. You're going to bring your right leg up, extend your left. Same thing. Get that nice square feeling with the foot parallel and the shin perpendicular. Begin to pull it down however you need to. Then you can wrap your right arm around the thigh or both hands on the foot. Find what's right and really focus on the fact that you want to stretch out that inner thigh way up high on your leg. Last breath, and then knees up. Bring your feet to the floor and your hands out to the side. Press your feet in, lift your hips up, take them to the right. Bring your knees up, take them to the left. As you come into this spinal twist, align your legs to the edge of your mat, your shins, and your thighs should be aligned with the end of your mat, right? So your legs are in a 90 degree. If you walk that left shoulder out, the right will drop, and then you can gently turn your head towards the right if it's in your practice. Close your eyes for a minute and just let this posture work on you. Let's take one more breath on this side and gently move to the other. So if your head is turned, it comes back to neutral. The knees come up, the feet go down one at a time. Hips come up and come to the center. Hips come up and go to the left. Knees come up, knees go to the left. Actually, that's the right, sorry. Right, and then again, align them. Reach out with that right shoulder, drop the left. Turn your head to the left if that feels right for you. Close your eyes, and once again, just breathe and let this posture do its work on you. This spinal twist, as we commonly call it, really is a belly churning twist, just working again on the internal organs. One more breath, and then head to neutral, knees up, feet down, hips to the middle, and then an inversion. So if you have a book or a block, you're going to bring that block right underneath your sacrum so that your hands can go out to the side and your feet can go up and they can relax. Your legs are relaxed. Your abs are for sure, right? Don't try and hold yourself here. Adjust your book or your block so that it serves as the fulcrum that'll just let you relax right here. Tip your chin slightly towards your chest. You'll feel your head relax, neck relax. Take a breath and drop those shoulders towards the floor on your exhale. As you find yourself settling into this position, think about your breath softening a bit. One more breath. Bend your knees, 1 foot at a time onto the floor. Remove your block or book and take a Shavasana. Allow your legs to open, just flop open. Bring your hands out towards your sides. Bring the palms up. As you settle into your Shavasana, take into consideration this is your most important posture of the day. Not only are you allowing your body to assimilate the work that you just did down deep into every cell, it's the pause that you deserve. So make sure your head feels heavy. Release your scalp. Notice the third eye. Take a nice big breath. And as you exhale slowly, let that breath relax your forehead from the center out towards the temples, then around your eyes. Relax your cheeks, relax your jaw. Feel the sensation of relaxation in your neck, collarbones, shoulders, arms, and hands. Relax your chest, your belly, your upper back, your lower back. Feel your hips get heavy, and then gently relax the tops of your legs, the thighs, the knees, the shins, the calves, right down into your ankles, the tops of your feet, the soles of your feet, your toes. Bring your awareness back to the breath. Make it a soft, gentle chest breath. Just your chest rises and falls. Soften in.
Slowly and gently beginning to bring your awareness back. Wiggle your toes a little bit and then your fingers. Rock your head from side to side. Deepen your breath. When you're ready, pull your knees up. Rock onto your right side. Pull your knees up a little tighter. As you pull your knees up and round your back, find yourself in a perfect embryo pose. Pausing for just a moment. Recalling your intention. And as you're ready, pressing yourself back up to seated. Once you're all back up into a seated posture, we'll sit for just 2 minutes. We'll have a 2-minute little meditation here. Once again, thinking of it as a sacred pause in your day. Lifting your crown up, shoulders back. Settle down into the blanket and take a breath. Close your eyes. And then just watch your breath. Let it be a breath meditation. Just following the breath in and out. Breathing in, breathing out. Slowly and gently, once again, bringing your awareness back, sitting up nice and tall. We'll complete the practice with one big Om. But as we do, I'm going to unmute you all because it's really fun to hear all of those babies and dogs. Hopefully a nice big Om. So sit up nice and tall, roll those shoulders back. Inhale, reach your hands up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Inhale to chant. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you so much for joining me. Have a lovely day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jana.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Bye.
Jenna. Good job.